Next game is the Redskins at the Cowboys. This line opened up Cowboys -2. It's up to 3. So who do you like in this middle game?
Yeah, so I'm going to be on the Cowboys here. I have a feeling some people are going to want to be on Washington here because they're going to think, oh, both these teams won last week. It might be an overreaction to have Dallas favored by 3 points given what they had shown before last week. But Washington wasn't that impressive against the Bengals. You brought it up earlier. After Joe Burrow was hurt, the Bengals did absolutely nothing. And Washington kind of was just able to walk away with that one. They didn't even have to really run with it. They just gradually built a lead and hung on to it. But that game was weird because in the first half, the Bengals, they missed a ton of points. They had 2 missed field goals that both went off the right upright. Then they had a missed extra point, and they also had a failed fourth down conversion at the 1 yard line where Chase Young made a really nice play to hit Joe Burrow and jar the ball loose. It was also Troy Apke's the one who forced Burrow to run back inside. So Washington's defense made some nice plays, but the Bengals missed some opportunities there. They could have had 10 to 14 more points, and then we'd be talking about a 1-point game or a possible Bengals win. And then obviously Burrow getting hurt was horrible because you had Ryan Finley come into the game, and I'll give you some numbers on him later. They're not very pretty. But then you look at the Cowboys, and, they're a lot healthier than they were before. Andy Dalton's back, and he can at least manage that offense. Ben DiNucci and Garrett Gilbert had less of a chance. I mean, Garrett Gilbert was impressive. I'll give him that. But, Garrett Gilbert's not going to win you as many games as Andy Dalton, I don't think. So I think between getting healthier there, Dalton playing well, and, Washington has some good defensive numbers, but they can be beat on defense, and Dallas has the talent to do it. And they're going to want revenge. They're at home on Thanksgiving too. They don't want to get swept by this team, and a win keeps them in the NFC East race, which is where Dallas expected to be this year. Meanwhile, Washington's kind of, they didn't expect to be in this division at all. And in a normal year, they wouldn't be. I think they might end up riding a little high off of their first win in a while. And while I think the coaching's better in Washington, I think Dallas wins this because of the motivational factor. So I'll be on the Cowboys here. I don't know how many units yet. I'm going to wait. I have 1 written down right now, but I could go for more depending on what the injury report looks like.
Yeah, so I'm not a big Mike McCarthy fan, but I like what he did during the bye. Like they shuffled around the offensive linemen. They put Zach Martin at tackle, and I think that helped a lot against the Vikings. Now, granted, Minnesota doesn't have a good pass rush because they have some absences on the defensive line, and the Redskins are going to be a tougher challenge. But the last time they played the Redskins, they didn't have Zach Martin, so it's going to be a lot different. They also didn't have a complete linebacking core in that Week 7 game. They also didn't have Chidobe Awuzie, their top cornerback, and Andy Dalton got hurt halfway through the game, even though it was kind of a blowout by then. But still, like, Dallas is going to be a lot better than they were the last time they played Washington. And so I think that's going to be, I think that's like a nice bonus for the Cowboys here. I think the Cowboys are going to be a lot better going forward. People will kind of remember some of their ugly games where they're missing so many players. But now they're mostly healthy. Like, outside of Prescott and their 2 cornerbacks or two offensive tackles, and also Trevon Diggs. They're mostly healthy, so like they're going to be a lot better. So I wasn't surprised at all they beat Minnesota. I just think it's going to be a sign of things to come. So I like Dallas. Also, some news broke today. Unfortunately, Marcus Paul, the strength and conditioning coach of the Cowboys, he passed away. And so I think Dallas. There's a good chance that Dallas is going to play harder for Paul in his memory. So they might dedicate this game to him. So that's an extra motivating factor for Dallas.
Yeah, and that news about Marcus Paul was definitely tough. I'm not sure he passed away, though. I thought that there had been confirmed that he actually hadn't. He's on life support right now.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
Yeah, just some clarity there. So hopefully he is okay. I'll have to double check all that, but they'll still obviously be motivated to play hard for him. I just think, like you said, there's so much motivation on this side. And I think the Cowboys, like you said, are better than people think they are. So I'll take them over Washington, who's, is a team on the rise, but I don't know if they have the personnel to exploit the holes on this Dallas defense. Like, they're still not quite as strong on the back end as you'd like. But if Awuzie is back and he can at least guard Terry McLaurin well enough to limit him, then who else is going to step up for Washington? That's the big question. So I think Dallas is the right side.
That's true. I guess I read a misleading news report that said he had passed away. But yeah, if he's on life support, it's kind of like the same thing. Where they might play hard for him. So I was asked about Carlos asked the last Cowboys 3 Thanksgivings. They lost to the Bills 26-15 last year. In 2018, they beat the Redskins 31-23. And then in 2017, it was they played the Chargers and they lost 28-6. Obviously, like this team is worse than the other ones, but they're also playing a team that's a lot worse too. So, yeah, I like Dallas. So it's nice that we're 2 for 2 in agreement so far. Although that didn't really work out last week, but hopefully it will this time. And there was, like I said, there was some bad luck, so I'm not unhappy about that. I'm glad we're agreeing. The